Cryptomilly, turn it up. Welcome to the signal. They follow the hype, I follow the proof. Reading white papers while they chasing views. AI in my headphones, charging my room. Building tomorrow while they sleeping till noon. Movement, yeah, we changing the game. Receipts don't lie, only legends remain. Late nights, blue screens, coffee on freeze. Subnet dreams, got my mind on speed. Everybody yelling moon, I'm asking how. Show me revenue, show me why, show me now. I don't chase trends, I connect the dots. Find the hidden gems before they pop. Flywheel spinning, never running out. If the future calling, I'm the first one now. Welcome to the podcast, welcome to the signal, where imagination meets conviction. Let's build.
No one, did y'all not hear none of that? Oh my goodness. Y'all didn't hear any of that. I cannot believe I was just cooking and y'all did not hear any of that. Oh my goodness, I just got mad. Reboot. Can y'all hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me now. I was muted and I was literally cooking. All right, let's rewind. It's like I got to redo the stream all over again. Oh my goodness, man. I hate when that happens. It's kind of like when you record a video. If you're doing YouTube, then you know this is when you're recording a video and then you thought you was cooking for 13 minutes and you go to hit record, you go to hit stop record and it starts recording. You like, oh my freaking God, bro. I didn't even god dang get an opportunity here. All right. So this is what I was talking about here. I was talking about Jason, one of the whales in the space, openly obsessed with BitTensor. This guy was early to Uber and also early to Bitcoin. He's also good friends with the Mark Jeffries, with the Shamaths, with the Jensens, right? And you see these guys with these reoccurring themes. Open source this, open models. We need AI to be in the open. We need decentralized artificial intelligence or decentralized AI training. So again, we're seeing a round table, soft shield bit tensor, soft shield bit tensor. And by the way, crypto is doing pretty well today. We got Shiba Inu up 20%, guys. The on-chain, the world is going crazy. But I don't want to talk about that first. I want to talk about my utilities and blue chips because, yes, I will be talking about community coins and memes on the channel. But it's important to note that, guys, I compound my liquidity. I roll profits into blue chips and conviction plays. I want to make that clear. If you are bringing yourself to my show, to my channel, you're new. I want to make that clear. All right. I'm not the pure meme community guy that I was in the past. I mean, I haven't been that person in years. I take advantage of opportunities on chain. I share these opportunities with the community so they can eat as well. But we need to have the understanding of the ultimate thesis. My ultimate thesis, by the way, which is aligning my capital with where humanity is headed in the next 5 to 10 years. Okay, so we got to make that shit. Excuse me. We have to make that clear. But I meant to say Sheeb up here 21%. That's pretty good. So we're seeing the cavalry again. Soft shield bit tensor. I made the post this morning. Make sure you guys go follow me. Make sure you guys go follow me. Okay. So I made the post this morning. You can actually see for yourself. Where every time I look, I'm seeing Jensen Huang, pretty much soft shield, bit tensor. All right. And this was another video here, so I'm going to be making a little bit of these reactions and shorts on my X. So make sure you go follow me on X at altcoin Millie. All right. Now, this is what I was talking about because these guys was having a conversation about using these AI agents. And yesterday, what I did was I switched from OpenClaw to Hermes. And the thing that I was stressing before before it actually cut out, I was stressing to you guys that it's extremely important to create your own agent. So it's very simple. Hermes makes it very seamless and frictionless. You can head over here to Hermes, go to the website, and guys, it takes literally 5 to 10 minutes to spin up your own AI agent. And these tools within the BitTensor subnet allow inference, data, and everything you need as far as a starting basis to be extremely cost efficient compared to centralized competitors. Also, inference on BitTensor is private. So every time you ask ChatGPT in a question, it's literally creating a profile. Every time you ask Anthropic a question, it's literally creating a profile of you. You don't want to be put into that box, especially with the amount of surveillance that could be coming in the next decade. So prevent that. You have these protocols that are building private and verified inference. Inference is literally the hottest thing right now in AI. It's basically your AI's ability to think and respond. And then you can go into the actual second order effects, which would be inference speed, or how much quality of inference that you have. I mean, brain model, how smart your model is. All right, so that's just a whole nother question. Thing is, you don't want to be that guy that in 10 years, 10 to 15 years, you got families out here with fleets of models and you knew the information and you didn't apply yourself. All right? Don't be the Bitcoin pizza guy. That's the whole gist of what I was saying. So by following my channel, you have an opportunity to stay in the know, stay ahead of the curve, ahead of Wall Street, and be properly prepared behind solutions for constraints that we run into as far as this next era. And the biggest constraint right now is energy. So all of this stuff is going to be used, man. You're seeing multi-billionaires kind of shield this stuff, and AI is extremely quiet. It's the same thesis and narrative that we've talked about for the last couple of years. When things get quiet, there's usually opportunity. Market itself, again, looking pretty good. SHIB up 20%. It's really blowing my mind that I'm looking and I'm seeing SHIB up 20%. Boy, did SHIB need that. I know the SHIB community needed that. But you're seeing these memes in community coins. It's things on chain really, really starting to heat up. Will it be sustainable? I don't know. This is the weekend. I don't really pay attention to weekend pumps. I want to see how the market opens on Monday. I want to see how the bond market. I want to see the DXY. I want to see if the market is pricing in a hotter job market, maybe more inflation, maybe higher oil prices before I come out and say, oh, we're back. I don't necessarily think we're back. Ignore the freaking thumbnail. Boy, you know how y'all get. All right, so it's Sunday Fun Day. Let's get into some comments, and then I'll think about. Usually, your comments help me think about some of the things that I wanted to talk about. All right, so let's get into some of these comments. I rebooted my system. Deton, it's working. Great. J-Man, salute to J-Man, an early investor into the community token. What if? What's up, Millie? I'm here like a clock tick tick. If you know, you know. Hey, yo, we really ate on that one, twin. Even though I think it's going to go higher. I don't like to talk about this stuff on the channel, by the way, guys. But join the Patreon. But it is we are seeing a little bit of correction, so it is what it is. Hey, Mr. Millie, what percentage of your portfolio would you allocate to RWA? Would you skip Ondo, the safer play in favor of ZBC? And that is a great question, bro. Well, first and foremost, let's go look at the Ondo and ZBCN charts here. All right. This is specifically from a chart perspective. I want to make that clear. I haven't checked Ondo in such a while. All right, so Ondo looks really, really good. Ondo has a whole lot more momentum right now than ZBCN. I want to make that clear. So you can look at this two ways. You can look at this as, okay, I could potentially be buying into momentum here with Ondo above the ultimate RSI. The nuance here is that the 50-week is staring at you. Could this turn into a golden cross? Absolutely. But the 50-week could also serve as resistance, which could be a rejection. So you want to make that clear. Let's actually see what that would actually be from the dump. Wow, Ondo came down so much. Oh my goodness, man. Ondo has came down so much. But I really would say the fun doesn't start until you actually get above the 50-week. I don't know if it happens though. RWAs are starting to send. And again, you got some people that think that we could chop more. This is a 4-year cycle. This is just a rally, but this is a false rally. A lot of the metrics in the macro, when you look at the bond market, say that. But this project Ondo is surprisingly very, very bullish. The thing about Ondo is that it has a very high market cap. So ZBCN, in my opinion, has more potential, but you don't necessarily have to sell one or sell the other. You can literally hold both. Or maybe you say, hey, I believe Ondo is about to start a generational run. Maybe you go in with size, not financial advice, and you size into Ondo and you use this as a trade to take profits to rotate back into ZBCN. Because the thing about Ondo is Ondo looks like it's primed to actually start a move to the upside. All right, you got this double bottom. This is the weekly chart. You got momentum. It's above the ultimate RSI. You got buying momentum coming in, and it already went through its accumulation right here. So ZBCN, which y'all know I'm bullish on ZBCN, is actually headed in the opposite direction. You can clearly see. That doesn't mean it may not be the better play, because what do contrarians buy? We tend to buy at the peak of the contrarian take, should I say, right? So this would be the peak when everybody's mad bullish, right? This would be the point of distribution. When everybody's mad bearish, this could be the point where we start accumulation. So for me personally, in my risk profile, I would choose Xebec because I'm looking for something that has a little bit more potential. I don't think Ondo is a bad play. I don't want to underestimate Ondo as well because it's RWAs and we're talking about $1 trillion market. But if I had to say risk to reward, I'm willing to bet based on my risk profile that I could be rewarded more by the Xebec token when compared to Ondo. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Ondo has a very, very high market cap and the price looks really, really good. But ZBCN has a, first off, crazy utility and use case, path to revenue. It's actually embedded in the middle of where value is transferred. But besides all of that, it has freaking memetics to it, guys. It has a community that's literally bat crazy. It has a founder that doesn't mind going on press runs, speaking, talking, saying what he's going to do, and executing. It has the psychology of being well under a penny. So when people buy the supply, they feel like they're getting the bang for their buck. So the memetics is what separates Xebec from Ondo to me. If I was a millionaire, this is where things change. If I was a millionaire and I wanted to put $100,000 or $50,000 into one of these tokens, then I would choose Ondo. You get what I'm saying? Because there's less risk there. It kind of fits my risk profile. And I can hold. And even if I get a 10x, I still win. So it really depends on where you're at as an investor and your goals of what you're working to achieve. If you are already in a position where you got it and this is just gambling for you, then I say you take the chance. You know what I mean? And you excuse me. I don't want to say take the chance, but in my opinion, this is not financial advice. If you already got it, like, just don't put yourself in a position of a lot of risk. That's what I meant. So if you already got it, don't put yourself in a position of a lot of risk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how your portfolio is, bro, but sometimes, you know, you can just go with the simple play, the easy play. Now, if you're a person like me where you want to make this cycle really, really count and you're looking for a generational opportunity and you're willing to take on the risk, then in my opinion, I would personally choose ZBCN. I feel like I gotta be making shit really, really clear for people in crypto, because you can say one thing wrong and people just take it and just go a total different direction. So excuse me if I explain shit, but I try to explain stuff thoroughly. I feel like I gotta do that in crypto. She being up is crazy, bro. You stacking up on Tau and Casper? Ah, man. If I didn't have Tau, then I would buy Casper. And I see a lot of people talking about Casper, but I'm just here for BitTensor. You know what I mean? I think that's going to be my network, my protocol play. I think BitTensor could potentially have a ICO moment when you think about some of the things that's being built from a subnet level. And that's my personal selling point for me. And plus it sits right in the most lucrative opportunity that we've ever seen in our lives, which is the artificial intelligence sector. Let's get it. We got memes and communities going crazy. All right. So I haven't shown the what if chart. So I guess it's time to show the what if chart here. All right. I haven't even looked at the poll. Let me look at the what if chart, by the way. All right. So I haven't even looked at the post, right? I know I've been seeing a lot of influencers talking about the other token, which is 9cat, right? And I get it. Everybody likes to pin these communities against each other. I want to make it clear. I bought my own personal bag of what if extremely early. Archie ain't hit me up in the DMs and tell me about it. None of that. I found it just like anybody else, right? Everything that you see me put on my page, I do it out of the good grace of the community organically. Nobody send me nothing. I put my hard-earned time into making videos and content and my reputation on the line for what if, haven't been sent a single dime. Okay, that's the difference between a community that's built organically and grassroots. And those communities, when they win big. Okay. That's that. So it's not like, oh, it's a pin community against against each other or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still like a KOL influencer. When they see the value of what you bring to something, people will reach out and be like, hey, can you do that for us? We want to send you something. We want to pay you. And if I do get paid, I always put paid at. All right. I'm not about to sit here and act like nothing. Y'all already know how I am. Okay. So let's get that understood, because I know it's a lot of new people, and I'm a person that like to make things clear, crystal clear. And yeah, I don't feel like I got to explain anything either, to be completely honest, because like I said, I'm a bag holder and a bag worker, just like any regular person. Absolutely. All right. So we here on the 4 hour. I wanted to make a video about this on my X, but you know what I decided to do? I decided to live stream. What I want to call out here is accumulation, which is really, 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 really good, because you're seeing what if hold the $5 million level, which is a psychological level for the project. There's people that want to see this hold 5 million. There's people that bought at 10 million that are probably extremely scared and in fear right now. But I'm here to tell you, this is perfectly normal in crypto. This is perfectly normal specifically with community tokens. In fact, when you see runs up like this, sometimes community tokens drop 60, 70, and 80%. So this is a testament of literally the whales, the community, retail, and everybody that has been holding down the fort and holding the line, which the 382 is actually a very, very strong line of support here. So it's only two things that's going to happen. We're going to hold the support and we're setting ourselves up for the next leg. Or eventually the bears are going to win. The sentiment may shift and retail may get exhausted. Now, you're probably asking me, well, Millie, which side are you leaning on? Great question, because this is a 4 hour chart. Sometimes I like to take a deeper look and and go on a lower time frame. Now, the 1 hour chart, and again, TA on meme coins probably absolutely worthless. I want to make it clear, but it does tell you a story. It tells you accumulation, it tells you distribution. And right now, on the 1 hour, you can clearly see that people value what if at the $6 million level. So this is wonderful. This is wonderful. Right? It dipped a little bit down here to the 618 and 786, but generally speaking, people feel like what if the community is valued at $6 million and it's worth it. That's actually a very good thing, and that's a strong signal. So uh let's see if we can hold the 382. Um I don't really like to get into like what the community needs to do, what the project needs to do, because I'm not personally running this project, and I know the people behind it have very, very deep pockets, and I feel I trust and believe that they're going to make good decisions. Right? I'm not making decisions with this project. I bought it just like anybody else, but I know the people that are helping out with this. I know some of the communities that have invested in this, right? And they're good people with good intent, not greedy, not worrying about making a buck, just generally want to see general success stories in the crypto space. And I personally think that's kind of like the theme for What If. So the jury is still out. We'll have to see if it can hold this $6 million level, 5 million specifically when you look at the 4 hour chart. But you can clearly see that we are in a area of accumulation. And whales, whether it's exchanges, we don't know who's loading up, but we see that people feel like the the value here or the worth here is about $6 million. You're seeing massive accumulation at this 382 line, which is about $6 million. So people value the What If community at a $6 million evaluation, which is pretty good. All right. I do believe that Robinhood chain will make millionaires. There's going to be a lot of millionaires made in these community coins. There's going to be a lot of millionaires made in these RWA tokens, and especially if you're getting in a lot of these communities now and early before we actually see a bull run in altcoin season, you could be setting yourself up for a generational opportunity. So that's kind of like my little TA on the meme coin. Like I said, I know some people don't believe in TA on meme coins. That was kind of like my TA in the meme coin. We got 50 million people in here. Let's go. I'm skipping some comments. I said 50 million people. We got 45 people in here. Salute to y'all. It's early. Got me some What If too. C-Dub847, you got some What If? I'm pretty convinced Casper is a scam. Wow. I don't know enough about Casper to really have this conversation with you, Bazels. Like I said, I know a lot of good people that hold Casper. I know a lot of people that got into Casper early that's been still bag working and bag holding for Casper. I know some very smart people that are smarter than me that hold Casper. So again, I haven't had this conversation with anybody about Casper because I haven't done a deep enough research to say whether it's a scam or not. So that's just my opinion. What's your thoughts on Nine Hood on Robinhood? Looks like it's coming for What If. See, that's what I don't like to do, right? I think that Nine Hood. Hold on, let's. Like I said. All right, so like I said, these guys sent me a bag. By the way, these guys sent me a bag, right? But I won't hard shill it. I won't hard shill it. It's probably going to be a lot of memes because people see the value that I bring to Robinhood chain. It's probably going to send me bags, right? So this is the thing about Nine Hood. Nine Hood has been taking a different route. It's taking a route where they're pretty much getting a lot of KOLs and influencers to make content about the token. That doesn't mean that it won't be successful. That you see tokens do marketing all the time, right? This is normal in crypto. But what I've seen a little bit different from them is that they actually hold a large portion of the bag and they plan on spending it on events and just guerrilla marketing. Right? I've seen them invest into marketing with FOMO. I've seen them investing into marketing on Twitter. I'm seeing them now investing into marketing on YouTube. They're literally trying to make sure everybody that has some sort of motion is talking about Ninehood. Cool. Now, the caveat here, because of course, I be completely honest about any project, whether they send me a bag or not. I'm always going to keep my creativity. The caveat comes down to, will the influencers hold? Will they hold? Will they hold and let this thing go up? Right? Because if they're paying all of these influencers, right? The influencers need to hold. The influencers need to hold, believe in, and let the price action do whatever it does. It's a cat meme. It's a cat meme. Cat memes, they call Robinhood chain the cat meme. You got Cash Cat. So you can call this a Cash Cat beta play. I wouldn't necessarily call this, and I guess I got too much shit running right now on my computer. Yeah, I do got too much things running. Hold on. Let me turn this off. 1 second, guys. I gotta share this tab here and turn this off. I don't know why I had this on. All right, let's get back to Ninehood here, because my thing is kind of like messing up here. Internet is going down. All right. So what I was about to say, Robinhood is known as the cat chain, and this could be a beta play to Cash Cat. I don't like to call it a beta play to What If, because What If is an entire, yeah, the fucking, my fucking X is not working correctly. They don't want me to show it, guys. But anyway, What If is like an entire different thesis. It's an entire different theme. It's community, grassroots, organic. This is like, okay, we're just going to do guerrilla marketing. We want everybody to know about this, everybody to talk about this. We want this to be the most talked about project in Robinhood. It's just a total different perspective. Now, just because two people take two destinations, two different directions, oh, not two different directions, but two different, what's the word I'm looking for? Just because people travel too different. Y'all know what I'm saying. I said it on my X page. Don't mean they can't get to the same destination, right? So this is going to be a little bit more interesting. It all comes down to if the influencers hold. Like I said, I'm not really moved by this type of stuff. So me having a bag or not having a bag, like I could be like Ansem if I wanted to, right? I could be like, okay, I'm gonna just, you know what I mean? But again, it just depends on what I personally see from the project from here on out. But I'm pretty confident if I was to just like drop my Robinhood wallet, I would probably have a lot of people be like, oh, we're gonna send you a meme. We're gonna send you some memes. We're gonna send you memes. Same thing that y'all see other influencers go through on other chains. So my goal is to be early to Robinhood, to take advantage of these opportunities, to make sure the community knows of these opportunities and also can take advantage of them as well. As far as a chart perspective, this is a little bit extended. It's sitting at all-time highs. Whenever I'm working to find a position, I like to pay attention to the 382, the 0.5, and my golden spot here is the 618 and the 786. Defend it with strength, like we seen from What If. So I wouldn't compare this to What If. I would compare this to Cash Cat, like a Cash Cat beta play, because it's like a beta play off Robinhood, and also Cash Cat, which was the official name of Robinhood. The reason that people are kind of like playing the whole, it could be the next What If, is because a lot of the influencers that have talked about it know each other, right? The Crypto Galaxies, the Crypto Archies, the Millies, like we all know each other, right? So when people see that, they tend to put communities against each other to make people feel like a rotation play is there. I'm not personally going to do that. I think that's silly. I think that's dumb. I think there's a coin is going to do what it's going to do, as long as the community and the teams behind it and the supply control is good. Everything else is just noise. So this is at all-time highs, guys. All of these coins on Robinhood are pretty risky. I'm not going to spend too much time talking about it on stream, but if you want to know more about this, I have shared some posts in my Patreon. So that's that. We got 51 people in here. Explain why you think. Oh, Lord, we got the whole like we think. Mr. Millie, If, and Wishbone. I also hold Wishbone, by the way. So I guess you could say I have Wishbone too. I never sold my Wishbone, by the way. I know a lot of people probably think I sold my Wishbone because I was doing a lot of stuff with If, but I never sold my Wishbone. I still hold Wishbone, by the way. It's probably dust. I don't even know what's going on with it. No, it's still a little bag. Let me stop. It's still a little bag, but I do hold my Wishbone. Mr. Willie, If and Wishbone has all the essence to become a 50 million runner, great team with funding and community. Yeah, I agree 110%. Guys, like what Archie is doing with If is amazing. The Whales and some of the people within his group are already successful. They're multi-millionaires. This is not people that don't have that don't have a bag. This is why you see What If hanging around a $6 million market cap. That's a big difference between What If and some of these other Robinhood meme coins, right? These are dudes like that have a bag of this, that live in Dubai. They're not really tripping on any type of financial situations. This is fun to them. This is fun. Seeing the community having success is fun to them because they already got it. Like Archie, these guys, they're not worrying about their bags in a meme coin. If anybody going to tell you this, I am telling you this. These guys are into Dubai on camels, sipping lemonade on sand dunes, bro. Like they're not sitting here fat fingering buttons. Now you probably do have some people in this community that bought in early, that maybe they never seen this amount of money in their life. But for the most part, this token has really, really good supply control and really, really wealthy gigachads behind it. That's actually a pro, right? You don't want no broke dev that this is the most money he's ever seen in his life, bro. You don't want that. This is a CTO by successful people. And that was one of the reasons I gravitated to it. I told y'all my story. I seen RG talking about it. I'm like, ain't no way this man talking about it. It's too low of a market cap. Am I tripping? I've never seen him do that before. So I knew that there had to have been something special about this token. And I bought it at $100,000 market cap. Did I get in at 40K like everybody else? No, I didn't. Am I mad about it? No, I'm not. Then the people that got in early before me, yes. Am I happy that they took their profits at 10 million? Of course. That's what makes this community one, if not the strongest in the Robinhood chain space. And it's absolutely egregious that FOMO, the FOMO app, does not have If listed on the trending coins. That's absolutely egregious. Everybody should go to FOMO, man. Everybody should go to FOMO and just kind of like, you know what I mean? Everybody should go to FOMO, email FOMO, and ask FOMO why they don't have What If trending on the Robinhood chain tokens. And once they respond and let us know what the issue is, whoever the team is, whoever's running this and making sure marketing and all that stuff happens, needs to go fix that. Because seeing If on FOMO would also bring a lot of new eyes to the project. Okay, again, none of this is financial advice, guys. This is just, we're early to Robinhood chain. I'm seeing people have success stories in crypto again. And even if it's a short-term or mid-term trade for you, you can rotate your profits into something like BitTensor or whatever your high conviction long-term play is. All right. So that's what I plan on doing. We got 58 people in it. SHIB has risen from the dead. Oh, man. I think that's good for crypto, right? Thank you, John. Zebek. Yeah, Zebek. I gotta get more Zebek. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was going through my portfolio. I was like, wow, shit. And I was looking at my ZBCN that was staked, and I thought when I looked at the number of Zebek that was staked on the site, I thought to myself, I don't have enough Zebek staked. I need to stake a little bit more. But that was just a thought. I haven't done it yet. There is plenty of discussion, but a lack of real-world application beyond emphasizing proof of work. And block that. Casper is not actively executing on progressing towards tangible goals. Well, that for me, that's the difference between Bitensor and Casper. Bitensor has actual product market fit. The miners are the moat, and it's one of the purest forms of capitalism. Here is Mark talking about Bitensor and why. Like this ecosystem. And again, Casper needs an ICO moment, right? I think they were talking about being able to launch and build things on Casper, but it never really materialized. It's happening in Bitensor right now as we speak, and we're also seeing the purest form of
56 miners, 256 potential temp employees, if you will. And basically, they're all competing against each other to solve these AI puzzles. Only the best get paid. If you're not good, you get nothing. And you probably tend to stop mining it, and then somebody else takes your place. Hunger Games to make the best product. Like those 100 guys, they're getting a salary. You know, they're not trying to knife each other. Not the Hunger Games. It's collaborative. We've created capitalism inside of a capitalist company. There's another marketplace between the employees, which tends to sift out the bad ones. I don't have to fire them, they just leave. Marketplaces are always more efficient, they're always faster, and they always produce things better, and they attract the top minds. Why did America invent everything? It's not everything, but it's most everything. Electricity, cars, planes, the internet, rock and roll, Star Wars, Marvel. Why does that happen in America? Because we have free speech and free markets. We've just basically taken that same idea and we're now putting it inside the product department. That same ferocious furnace of creation and competition, a marketplace, capitalism, is now inside the company, and that dynamic has not existed before, other than in Bitcoin. Nobody's thought to apply this to other things yet, and Bitensor is the first time they've basically made it generally applicable to building products inside of a company.
Okay, so in short, the gist of what Mark Jeffries is saying, and again, if you don't know who Mark Jeffries is, you need to go do some research. I think a lot of people within the Bitensor ecosystem do not know who Mark Jeffries is, bro. Like this guy created a form of metaverse before Mark Zuckerberg even could think of putting $40 billion into a metaverse, right? Those guys did the Palace in the 90s. He also created a version of Linked, right? Just like LinkedIn. Like he was so early, like Mark Jeffries, God just showed you, was so early to so much stuff, bro. Even Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the gist of what's happening in Bitensor is it's the purest form of capitalism, right? You can, in theory, mine a subnet and contribute to open source intelligence being built in the open. You don't have to talk to your boss. You don't have to check in. You don't have to clock in. You don't have to go pull up. He don't gotta talk to you. You don't gotta talk to him. You ain't gotta wait for your money on every 2 weeks. It's autonomously sent through your wallet in live real time. This is what's happening in Bitensor. This is what's happening in Bitensor. Digital, autonomous capitalism. Digital autonomous capital. And why do I know it's real? Because I mine on Bitcast. And what I make on Bitcast is night and day to YouTube. I don't gotta do nothing. I don't gotta holler. I don't gotta wait for YouTube every month. None of that. And I can be myself, purely organic. I can give a bullish take, a bearish take. It don't matter. I have full 110% creativity. That's just one subnet, by the way. And it doesn't have to necessarily have anything to do with AI. So you're probably wondering, well, how is that value for the actual token holders? Well, when these subnets start generating revenue, which we already are starting to see revenue from stuff like Bitcast, Targan, right? It creates this flywheel where a lot of that value is exported and imported back into token holders through alpha. So again, this is creating an opportunity, not just for people who mine, not just for the validators or the owners, but the people who own the alpha tokens. Now, if you just buy Tau, it's kind of like buying all the subnets, right? You're buying Tau is like an index. You're buying all the subnets. Also, subnet tokens have APY directly correlated to it. So if you buy a subnet token in your wallet, you can earn APY on that token as you hold it. You really don't see that in any other ecosystem. So a lot of beautiful things happening in my opinion, the number one AI protocol in the space. And again, I will be dropping that interview with Mark Jeffries. You guys don't want to miss that. And that's kind of like my why I chose to buy Tau and not Casper rant, if that makes sense. What if on Phantom? I believe so. I believe you can. I don't know if it's actually on Phantom, but I know Robinhood Chain now is on Phantom, and you can pretty much send some ETH from Robinhood Chain. You can send some ETH from your exchange to Phantom Wallet, as long as it's Ethereum on Robinhood Chain, and you would be able to swap directly into Robinhood Chain memes. So I would think that if you can do that, and I haven't tried it personally, because I haven't put any ETH on Phantom, but if you could put ETH on Phantom, Robinhood Chain Phantom, you should be able to swap directly within that wallet for if. So yeah, should be able to make that happen. Hara posted on X about new Jasmine website. Oh, it's about damn time. God dang. That website was how much? How old? Are you meme coins? I don't know, man. We've been seeing some people in the community hit on meme coins, bro. They might be back, man. That's fair. I think you sleeping on meme coins, bro. People been hitting, bro. People been hitting. There's a lot of success stories going on within the what if community. I'm sorry, you know. We're going to see 170 Tau soon. Great question. Great question. Let's look at it. So I've openly said I am not against a 150 to 180 Tau. We've defended that. We've defended 150. How many times? Actually, let's go to the MEXC chart, because I think that's the one I have my FVG gaps on. Yeah. Okay. So I got my FVG gaps on this one. All right. So Tau, definitely bearish. It's under our ultimate RSI line. By the way, I plan on buying some more Tau and staking it. So while many people will be bearish down here, I am a contrarian investor. I believe that altcoin season will happen again. I believe that a bull run will happen again. I believe that Tau will be absolutely insane in a bull run. I believe that at some point we will get a golden cross here. So anybody buying at the lower ends of our path, meaning every time we're putting in either our lower low or higher lows here, has historically been a good buy since about December 2023. So since December 2023, anytime we hit anywhere between 180 and 150, it's been pretty much a historical buy. By the way, this is an insane bull flag on the weekly here for BitTensor. At some point, this thing is going to explode. Beach ball under water. Guys, it has the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. Do you think people buying Bitcoin at 197 when it was $190 ever thought it would be 124,000? No one ever thought that. No one ever thought that. So we're literally in the midst of an era shift. We're shifting from the information era to the intelligence era. The era of electricity, where everything is about energy. And the grid can't hold this energy because we have grid constraints. Data centers are already being in Quaid for 5 to 7 years. The US can't get their hand on transformers or goals because China holds it. They've been building out their grid for the last 2 decades. So, because of these grid constraints, what happens? Will they put data centers in the ocean? Will Elon be able to put data centers in space fast enough before he loses money because of CapEx and AI not being profitable? Of course not. They'll start using open source, decentralized alternatives. This is where crypto and protocols like BitTensor, Near, Akash, I can name more, compute-led or compute narrative type tokens like Render could explode. Simply standing in line and being next for excess capital. They just got to wait for it to happen. We have grid constraints. There's no way we're going to be able to solve that by 2027. Idle compute, idle talent, whether it be idle research, sky's the limit. So even if we do come down between 180 and 150, I'm personally a buyer. You just seen Jason, this is a billionaire, by the way, up there talking about he's obsessed with BitTensor, begging people to buy at 200. So yes, I'm a buyer down here. Is it possible that we come down to 170 to answer your question? Absolutely. 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 And it'll just make me even more bullish. We got 74 people in here. Can you unstake Tau easily? Yeah, bro. Unstake. Please check salary cat. Now, I can't just be checking anything, man. Like, first of all, I hold if. Second of all, 9cat sent me a gift. All right. You want me to check your token, your little meme with little liquidity? Super chat or something, man. I can't just be checking anything on this channel. I do apologize. I'm not trying to be mean. What's your thoughts on Bunk token? I don't really have no thoughts on Bunk, bro. And your price for the bull run. I don't really have no thoughts on Bunk. I'm kind of like staying with Robinhood Chain. I think you should probably ask a Solana type influencer about Bunk. I know of it. I've never bought it. Frankly, I've never really been interested in Bunk, to be honestly. Can you unstake Tau easily? Yes. Tau doesn't have time locks on crypto.com. The staking is flexible. So whatever I stake, it takes 24 hours for me to unstake. And there's a 20% fee on my staking rewards. Or you can stake natively in the wallet. Tau.com wallet is what I personally use. And they let you unstake instantaneously right there. There's no time locks on staking within the BitTensor ecosystem. That's the wonderful thing about it. I just bought a big bag of Tau at 145, and it's still my biggest bag, but it gets back to 150 level. I'll definitely, bro. I'm with you, Nelson. Salute to Nelson. He's a fucking legend. Excuse my language, damn. I can't curse. I can't curse on stream. Nelson, you're a legend. Casper, don't forget Casper. I don't hold Casper. I have other gems that I do hold, like the innovation game, TIG, Alki, Deuce as a robotics play. These are some of the things highest on my watch list and also in my portfolio. Also about the dip on What If, I believe we will see the next leg up very soon. What If has been pretty strong, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, guys, if y'all don't see me like in the spaces and stuff like that, you will still see me like casually making content, right? So I know I was hanging in a space I couldn't really speak because I was with the fam chilling. Sometimes the weekends is for the fam. But I like to just step away sometime and see if the community can hold the fort without a crypto Archie post, without Millie Bag working in bull posting, without all these KOLs. Like some of these tokens rely on us as KOLs to make posts, to make content. But the What If community doesn't. It's grassroots, it's natural, it's organic, and this is why it will be a successful meme on Robinhood. I honestly don't know why Robinhood is not marketing in this, and why some of these platforms are not automatically listing What If. It's the only community with like real people, real stories. I don't know. It kind of throws me off. It's just like, bro, do y'all not want? I don't know. Man, maybe that's just going down the line a little bit too much. All right, so hopefully I answered your question. I like to take a little minute to answer questions because it makes the stream a little bit longer and it makes people think. Any thoughts on Kita? Well, I did have Crux on crypto talk about Kita on my stream. So again, I don't know enough about Kita, but what he said really, really caught my attention. So for the people looking to learn more about Kita, this is what kind of caught my attention: the connections going down that rabbit hole. He kind of talked about it.
Between Casp and Bitcoin is a directed acyclic graph, and it's a different data
Okay, my bad, my bad, my bad. I shared the wrong one. I shared the wrong one, gang. My fault. I was supposed to share. I was supposed to share the one where he was talking. Where is it? God dang.
oil was the basis of that the reason we went over there and hijacked.
All right, I need to find the key to play. I could have swore I posted it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I gotta find it. I could have swore I posted it though. He was talking about Kita. Hold on, let me see if I can find it because I could have swore I posted it. This is crazy. This is crazy. All right. Meanwhile, I'm gonna just put this little post up here explaining why I believe there's so much opportunity on Robinhood Chain from a community and RWA perspective. And while I'm doing that, I want to look for this post because he made a crazy post about Kita. All right, here you go. I found it. Make sure y'all go watch the podcast I did with Crux of Crypto. Salute to Crux of Crypto. He's really a very, very smart brother, man. Like, would love to have him on the show again. I like how he thinks, bro. Like, he thinks it's outside the box. You really don't see a lot of crypto YouTubers that think outside the box and not afraid to voice that opinion. Salute to Crux of Crypto, bro. He's gonna be a gem in the next bull cycle. Make sure y'all go follow him. But this is what he said about Kita, and this is why I started to restart my research. I did post Kita in the Patreon maybe a year ago, that and White Rock when they were extremely hot. But since then, I think it's down like 89%. But I had to restart my research after I listened to what he said. Crazy. Yeah, so I had to do a little bit more research in that, man. And yeah, the families behind that, they're not behind it, the families that may be connected. And that Walmart statement was a banger. Banger. I didn't even know that about Kita. So I guess the thing is, a lot of people always talk about how the chart looks, right? The chart, the chart. Guys, there has been charts like this. What good fundamentals that have had the most hated rallies? Now, I don't know if Kita's going to be one of them. I don't hold Kita, but I know Crux of Crypto is a very, very smart guy. And he seems to be loading up on Kita right now while it's floored out and maybe in this stage of accumulation. So I didn't want to really give any thoughts on it besides the fact that I like the connections there. I still want to know more about the utility, product market fit, path to revenue, and tokenomics. But he did pique my interest the way that he was talking about it. Let me get that chart off there for y'all get the wrong idea. Mr. Millie, what are your thoughts on Troll and Wojak on ETH? If I'm not mistaken, both are backed by the same CTO. I don't really know enough about those. I think Wojak, though, that meme is just transcends crypto. So Wojak, it just depends on what chain they pump it on. Maybe they pump it on Robinhood chain. Maybe they pump it on Ethereum. Maybe they pump it on Solana. I do know the Wojak meme has potential. Just the meme itself, right? It transcends crypto. It has a huge community behind it. I just don't know what chain that they will crime it out on. It's just up to them to decide what chain they actually want to crime it out on, right? I don't know enough about Troll, to be honest with you. Legend, bro. Been on your channel and Archie make legendary videos. Yeah, Archie's my guy, bro. I told you, man. Archie's the goddamn young freaking protege in Dubai. Like, Archie, respect him. Salute to my boy Crypto Seth. I know Crypto Seth somewhere he Crypto Seth, I'm sending you out the bat signal, bro. We miss you, dog. Where you at, bro? Where are you at, Crypto Seth? Let me find out, dog. I'm gonna come find you, Crypto Seth. But love what Archie is doing. Love that he gave an opportunity for the trenches to eat. He really did that, right? He did his own form of what Ansem did, just a little bit differently, a different scale, but it's not over, right? It's far from over. And he seems to be extremely bullish on the potential and where this could possibly go. So we love it. You said, nah, Hood. We know we know you was going. We know y'all was gonna pop up, right? But I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Like I said, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove that you guys' marketing strategy works. This team has had success, by the way, from the research that I did, right? They've had success with another token that went into millions and millions and millions, right? But prove it. Prove it. What if it's doing it? What if it's doing it? Prove it. Prove that guerrilla marketing works, that teams can still be trusted who do guerrilla marketing. Prove it. That's what I want to see. Because I'm chilling. Like I said, I'm chilling. I ain't got no, I'm chilling, right? Y'all sent a little gift. I'm a chill. I want to see what it do. Prove it. Prove that guerrilla marketing can keep up with organic grassroots growth. That's what I want to see. I'm not going to pin the communities against each other. I feel like they're both doing different things, but can get to the same destination. But let's see. Prove it. I want nothing but success. I seen Galaxy. Salute to my boy Crypto Galaxy. I used to stream with Galaxy back in the day in the Doja Mars era, right? Salute to my boy Galaxy. Crypto Galaxy, funny guy, by the way. Very funny guy. But I seen a few influencers that I personally know. Salute to the Finance Freeman. He owns Tao. Finance Freeman, by the way, he's a very, very savvy investor. Like, he's into some really good utility and Ucoin. Y'all were able to get everybody on board. So prove that guerrilla marketing can outpace or even keep up with organic grassroots community growth. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm not a negative guy. I'm not a toxic guy. I don't automatically look at things from a pessimistic lens. I'm going to be optimistic here. Meaning, oh, Millie, you be optimistic because you got a bag. I know how y'all get. All time crazy that the crafting poses didn't pump, bro. So, man, I had a conversation with Mark. And Mark Jeffries, and he talked about that actually in his Steel Core paper on why the subnets just seem flat. That's a great question, bro. Like, with all of the beautiful tech that we are seeing within the BitTensor ecosystem, all of the beautiful tech, is it and I want to ask y'all, for the people that haven't bought a subnet, what's stopping you from buying a BitTensor Tau subnet? I want to ask the people, because it obviously I feel like sometimes us in the BitTensor ecosystem, we could just be too smart, right? Too smart. You could just be too smart, and you too smart. You so smart that you can't relate with the regular person, right? You can't relate with the regular person. So with that being said, I want to know, right? I want to know, why haven't you bought a Tau subnet yet? I'm not asking this as a bad question for the Bitensor ecosystem. I'm not asking this as if I'm being hard on the people that follow my channel or watch my content. I'm asking this so we can solve the friction. Because there's a lot of wonderful things going on within this ecosystem. The rug percentage is probably the lowest in any protocol. So we need to figure out why people are not buying these subnets and how we can create a more frictionless portal for people to engage, contribute, and be a part of this beautiful ecosystem. Guys, there's medical research happening on Bitensor where they're literally working to solve rare diseases, aging, hair loss, erectile dysfunction. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna wake up one day and you ain't gonna be able to do two things. Bitensor is solving that. You might, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hey, salute to Metanova. These guys, Liam, Subnet 51, they have an actual physical product. They're putting data centers in people's houses like Tesla chargers. I haven't even talked about like Shoot Soma, Bitcast, what they're doing for marketing, guys. So I need to know, why haven't you bought a Bitensor subnet yet? And what's stopping you? Generally just asking this question. Yes, I actually hold Alki, by the way. I hold Alki. I hold Alki, by the way, user. I hold Alki. That is my spatial data play. Wojak ETH on Binance got Binance listing. That's usually bearish, gang. Castle example is great, but not VC. Guerrilla marketing backed and struggled, even though it's awesome. It doesn't have to be guerrilla marketing struggle. I mean, Bitcast doesn't have marketing. Like, people are organically, like, whenever you like onboard a millionaire or a billionaire into Bitensor, and they actually read the white paper and then understand what's happening, they automatically get on board. I see it all the time. They automatically get on board. It just makes sense. Like, it clicks. Like, whoa, wait. Like, did you not hear what Mark was saying about why innovation works so much better when it's an open marketplace? Like, people see that. Like, people who understand capitalism, they understand Bitensor. So, like, it doesn't need to be VC guerrilla market. It just needs to be novel and make sense and align with where humanity is headed in the next decade or even 20 years. I'm up 64x on What If. Let's fucking go. If ain't nobody gonna clap for you, Nelson, I'ma clap for you, baby. I'ma clap for you. Let's go. And if you decided to take your profits this weekend and that's what you decided to walk away with, salute to you, brother. Salute to you, man. Let's give Nelson a digital round of applause. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right. Means are going to be washed away by the utility run that's coming. Means our exit liquidity don't be done. Invest into RWA. That's there's a lot of nuance there, right? There's a lot of liquidity coming into RWA. There's the Clarity Act. It basically says that this locked liquidity, right, now will be unlocked. It basically says, hey, you can buy crypto now with all of them people money. You can buy crypto now and join the party with all those people money. So when the Clarity Act gets pushed, yes, RWA tokens are going to do well. Yes, I am pro utility use case. Yes, I am pro Wall Street, path to revenue, product market fit, like flywheel. I get it. Like, I'm pro all of that. I'm also pro humanity and I'm pro community. I will never leave that. I think there's always going to be a world for virality. There's always going to be an attention economy. And if you think that's going away anytime soon, bro, you've lost the plot. You've lost the plot. You really just one of those guys that just want to be like, oh, I hate memes because I haven't never got made money off one. So my utility token never pumped in 7 years. There's people that's really mad about that. I get it. But there's a world where both are successful, and we've seen it before. Let's not pin that against each other. Let's not start that narrative on this channel. And if that's what you are about, brother, feel free to go watch another channel. We're not doing that over here. I'm not live streaming like I was live streaming in the past. We're not doing that over here. Move around. Either you're a multimillionaire Bitcoin maxi or oxymoron. Yeah, Bitcoin is really the only crypto that's not a scam, right? That's what the maxis believe. I got a few subs, but the hype of memes keep most of the attention. Subs are great. Investing for utility. I mean, y'all didn't even answer the damn question. Is USDG on Robinhood safe? I haven't tried that, so I can't speak on it. I tend to do the things that I know how to do. I'm not trying to practice with other stable coins. I use the ones that I use. I would have to do more research on that Nanito 5. I'd love to see Tao 3K this bull run, man. I would love to see Tao at 10K or 15K. I want Tao to do something literally stupid. Like literally, it didn't even make sense. I want Tao to go so high that people gonna be like, that didn't even make sense, bruh. That didn't even make sense. Gang. Like, what just happened? I can't even lavish the thought of how it happened. Oh, man. You area top duo. Ah, man. Well, you're always going to have naysayers, you know? That's just part of the game, Nelson. All right, we've been streaming for about an hour now. Okay. Like I said, if you're going to shill your token, make sure you prove it. Because What If is proving it. Well, everybody's doubting What If and saying memes won't be here on Robinhood. What If is putting a rally and now looking to head above key moving averages and maybe the VWAP. The question is it ready to put its next leg? Is it ready to put in the next leg? I would say it looks prime. 10 million has been resistance. 6 million has been support. Let's load it back up. Maybe the whales are saying, you know, maybe this thing is starting to look ready for another load up. On the stock RSI, it looks like you're about to turn bullish. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'm gonna be completely clear here. This is just the 4-hour thesis. I want to make it clear. Man, that 1 day looks literally insane. But this is the 4-hour thesis here. For What If. If the MACD crosses back bullish, right? When you see this threshold here, turns green. If the MACD, the blue line crosses over the orange line, MACD crosses bullish, and then stock RSI confirms bullish momentum here above 20, it's a good chance that this is going to run. Now, there is a bit of a divergence here. The divergence is this moving average, and I don't know, which is the 21 MA on the 4-hour, a very strong moving average for any meme coin. Meme coin traders look at this, and they also look at the VWAP. Actually, let's make the VWAP a different color here. VWAP. Let's actually make the VWAP a different color because I can't really see it, gang. Let's make it red. Or let's make it white. All right, that's a little bit better. I'm sorry. I might be a little bit colorblind. Maybe that's me. All right, so here we go. We got the 21 moving average line here on the 4-hour, right? It may seem like Millie, this ain't even been around for 21 days. Why are you talking about the 21? Chill. This is a very, very, very powerful indicator that a lot of meme coin traders use. Anyway, hypothetically speaking, you can actually see for yourself when it's above the VWAP and specifically above this 21 moving average here on the 4-hour, it's bullish. When it's below it, it's bearish. So the divergence here would be, we got a potential MACD cross. We got a potential stock RSI cross. We're starting to see volume come here on this green candle. But the divergence here is we're still under these moving averages. And the moving averages, in a way, are trending to the downside. So what you want to see from a 4-hour perspective, and this is just what you want to see. You want to see both of these indicators flip bullish, and you want to see what if reclaim these two moving averages. If it does, this thing is going to absolutely giga explode. It's going to explode. I'm telling you what the whales look for. I'm telling you off experience, this is what the whales look for. Right? When they're trading these memes and they're looking for opportunities to 10x, 20x on pretty liquid memes, because this is pretty liquid meme. It's sitting at a $6 million market cap. It could have more liquidity, but it's pretty liquid. They can actually ape. And maybe send this thing to like 60 million, 70 million, another 10x up. But we got to reclaim these moving averages. We got to reclaim strength, and we need some volume to come in, right? The volume is really what you want to see coming in, right? Look at the volume. You see all this volume here, all these green bars. That was some good buying volume. Right now, you're not really seeing distribution or selling pressure. You're seeing accumulation. Accumulation is where you got red volume counter here, green volume counter, red here, red, green there. So just choppiness and accumulation, which means people value the what if community at this $6 million evaluation. You can see that it's been holding with strength, and it's clearly turned into support. Next leg up, not confirmed yet, but we are starting to get a little bit of momentum. But the bears can always step in. And you can see here, the bears have stepped in at this moving average. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times we've been rejected, gang. The bears keep skimming their profits right here. Weekend profits. Again, I'm not against it, right? People gonna take their profits, but if you're a bag holder and a bag worker, you're probably like, Millie, I'm ready for the next leg up. I get it. All right. So let's get into some of these comments here. Y'all know y'all love to comment. We got 88 people in here. Oh, y'all haven't been commenting, just watching. So y'all just super freaking quiet and not saying anything. All right. Okay, so I know when I get on X, I'm probably going to see some weird comments. I don't care. But it is what it is. All right, so I've been going for about an hour. Not seeing many people comment now. So I'm going to go ahead and say this. Today, we should see the Bitcoin close coming here in a few hours. If we close under the ultimate RSI, I think that Bitcoin will probably chop or go lower next week. It's a good chance and possibility it will. If oil capitulates, which is a good chance it will, and on Monday's open, we get more news on what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz, because I believe there was a ceasefire today. Hold on, so let me make sure. All right, so these are the key events. These are the key events this week. All right, so we're going to see... We're seeing right now the market reacting to the U.S. pausing strikes. So on Monday, we'll see how the market views that, whether they're pricing it in, whether it pumps the market, whether it holds of no significance. We'll know Monday, tomorrow. And understand tomorrow they can start firing and whooping each other ass again. We've seen this for the last 6 months. Tuesday, we got the consumer confidence data for July. We got the Fed interest rate decision Wednesday. So this could be a very volatile week. We'll also see Microsoft, Meta earnings. So this is huge for AI stocks and AI cryptocurrencies, because if these earnings are bad or weak, that's going to create a little bit of uncertainty in the AI sector. PCE inflation data on Thursday, more earnings on Thursday, consumer sentiment data on Friday, and then inflation expectations data on Friday. So this is going to be a very, very, very volatile week. Brace yourself. All right, these swings could cause 200, 300, and 400% swings on meme coins. And they can also cause meme coins to go to zero. God dang. I wiped my nose and a booger just fell in my mouth. Now that was really, really freaking nasty. Oh my God. Oh my God. The booger was salty. Oh hell no. Guys, I'm messed up. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm thrown off right now. I was salty as booger. Oh hell no. I don't know how people eat they boogers. Okay. I'm back. What's up? What if you back, Loki? What if? What is your next what if? I don't have a next what if, bro. There's not a next what if. There may be a next narrative. There may be a next thesis, but I don't think that there's a next what if. I mean, what other, I don't know. I don't think there's a next what if. I don't see any other communities that's doing what if is doing as far as like being organic like that. No, I don't think there's a next what if. I think that there's going to be more runners. There's going to be a lot of more runners. even outside of what if, there's always going to be runners on chain. But if you want to know what could possibly be the next runner, join the Patreon, because that's where I can share a lot of the high risk plays. I even gave my thesis on Ninehood in the Patreon. So if that's something that you're interested in, join the Patreon. Got a bag of Velvet ready for the durable good print. Hoping for. I never heard of Velvet. What is Velvet, Marcel Humphreys? Velvet? Bro, it was salty, Loki. It was throwing me off, man. It was throwing me off. Yeah, it looks like everything is correcting across the board today. Sunday fun day. Velvet? What is Velvet? Let's check it out. Velvet. You talking about the Velvet is a $3 million market cap? Oh, it's a $400 million market cap. What is Velvet doing? This is pretty big token here. I can't keep up with every token. I promise you I can't. Velvet. Man, that shit is volatile. Ooh, this is what you buying, bro? How do you sleep at night holding this token? This thing has some very, very volatile moves. How do you sleep at night holding that, brother? Sheesh. Velvet. What is it? They must be doing something special. What if this hits a Billy? Man. You know, that's the thing. If what if keeps running and it actually hits $1 billion, I feel like at that point, me and Archie and some of the other guys that you know could possibly become whales in a token, I feel like we could start like doing things for the community, like we've seen from some of the tokens on Solana, where there was like crazy buybacks, there was crazy burns, giveaways, airdrops. I remember Whiff, they got to the point to where they almost put they was doing billboards and everything, but they almost got the Sphere in Vegas. They almost put Whiff on the Sphere on Vegas, right? So I think if what if hits $1 billion, you already know, bro. Me and Archie gonna link up. We're gonna link up. We're gonna be doing some crazy shit, bro. We're gonna definitely link up. We're gonna make content in the flesh, in the same environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we're just gonna be doing some crazy shit. So if y'all want to see that, this needs to become a household name coin. We definitely going to be doing some crazy stuff if that happens. If what if goes to $1 billion, we're going to be doing some crazy stuff. Tight stop loss. Okay, all right, gang. So you traded it. At least, hey, I rocked with you already, Marcel, because you kept it real. Tight stop. Facts. Because Velvet is a scam. Yeah. I was asking them how he sleep at night with that. I'm like, what? I think Numb will be a sneaky play if they stick to the script. like Zebek. Num. All right, let's check it out. I never heard of that one. Num. Num. N-U-M. N-U-M. Num. I don't see num. Did you leave out a word or something, bro? Did you leave out a letter, Tails? Am I missing something? It's a slept on narrative that I plan on making articles about in my Patreon that no one's talking about. It's really similar to the hype narrative. So again, if you are in a private group, guys, look for that, because I often make long articles on the next big narrative. So if you want to know the next big narrative, you want to know the next big micro cap, you have to join the Patreon. I cannot give those type of calls or posts of awareness on the channel. We still got a lot of new people joining crypto. It's still a lot for them to learn just from the channel. So again, if you want to be a part of some of the stuff that's a little bit more risky, then you have to join the Patreon. I've never faded. Bro, no. I've known Archie for a while, right? I've known Archie for a while. Bro, you do not fade Archie. If he's getting into something at 40K, and if you knew this information and you looked at it like, oh, no, I'm going to fade that. NGMI. Not gonna freaking make it. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it, bruh. Not gonna make it. Not gonna make it. No, not gonna make it. I've known about Archie's group for a while now. I know he has a lot of really successful whales in his group. The guy's had a lot of successful whales in his group for almost 2 years now. You know what I mean? They like, when you got a group where people will spend thousands of dollars, like $1,000 tier, you got like hundreds of people. Bro, that's not regular people, bro. That's not regular people. So you cannot fade that amount of capital. So yes, when I seen it, I'm like, dang, Archie pushing this. It's like 100K. I seen the post. I'm like, what the heck? I'm gonna grab a bag because ain't no way I'm finna fade Archie. And then I made a Patreon post for my Patreon. I'm like, look, my dog just dropped the super crucial crazy prey. We on. And then one of the guys who's also in the Archie group was like, yeah, man, they got into that 40K, but it's some Chad legendary whales. I'm like, I know. And now we're here at, what, 40K to freaking 10 million? That's an insane call, bro. That call alone is crazy. Like, you can't even hate off that. You can't even say, oh, it's a scam, bro. That's a crazy call, bro. You got to just be like, yeah, he did that. You know what I'm saying? That's like Michael Jordan hitting a game winner, bro. It's like, bro, why are you hating off Bron hitting a game winner? Like, bro, that's Bron. Come on, man. You ain't about to doubt Bron. So I always thought Arch was a young protege. You know what I mean? And I'm happy that his community and some people in my community were able to, you know, eat well and have some success off that, man. And even the new people that's learning about me, Archie, and Crypto Lifer, and some of the guys in his community that ate, man. That's all beautiful for the state of crypto and onboarding new wallets, new people. Numbers protocol. Oh, I haven't heard of that one in a long time. Thoughts on Ninehood? Do you hold that as well? Ninehood, y'all really do. Y'all really do come out of the woodwork. I already gave my thoughts on Ninehood. They're taking a different approach. They're doing guerrilla marketing. So this is like, I need everybody. I need the biggest voices, the biggest names that I've seen on Robinhood Chain to be mentioning Ninehood. And if that happens, this could spread like a forest fire, which, as you can see, it's already starting to do it. I originally seen this from Crypto Galaxy at about $300,000 market cap. And then one of the, I don't know if the guys from the marketing team or whoever, they hit me up, was like, Millie, we value what you're doing over there in Robinhood Chain. You feel me? We want to send you a gift. You know, we want you to get your honest opinion on how you feel about Nine Hood, and we rock with you. So that's that. I seen Finance Freeman behind it, and I'm not saying behind it, but talking about it. So they're taking an influencer route, which I think can initially be good. The nuance is the influencers need to hold. They need to hold. They need to hold. They need to hold. Right? They hold, they probably do well. They don't hold, the jury is still out. So that's kind of like my thesis. Now, why this is, I just mentioned why this is a little bit different from What If. And I also think that you can't compare this to What If because this is more so if Cat, my thing is if Cat Cash starts running again, you probably see like the beta plays like Nine Hood go absolutely ballistic because people are like, oh, I don't want to buy Cash Cat at 50 million. I could buy Nine Hood at 700,000, whatever. And you'll see these beta plays absolutely doing crazy. And when you got the marketing behind it, meaning everybody already talking about it, it's just a perfect recipe. Again, early investors just need to hold. That's the reason why What If became successful, is because the early investors had the supply control and they decided to hold and not dump. That's what separates this. So again, Nine Hood needs to prove itself that guerrilla marketing still works and it can compete with something that's moving in an organic way. And that's an honest thesis. I don't know what these other guys, how they talk about it, but I'm giving you an honest thesis and how I viewed it. Of course, all of this meme nonsense and community nonsense is high risk. And honestly, why y'all love asking me about memes and community tokens more than some of the utilities and the people that's actually building good? I just want to know, is that something that y'all just feel like y'all can make it faster with these type of tokens? I just want to know the general sentiment in like, you know, how y'all feel about that. I don't know. I'm in the trenches. I'm in the trenches with you, Marcel. Dex, Nine Hood, Velvet. Bro, you got to get some better coins, man. You holding a lot of high-risk stuff. Cody Burgess says Nine Hood. Okay, we got the Nine Hood community showing up. Mobile. Bro. Tales from the Crypto. You putting me on to some stuff that I ain't heard in a while, bro. Mobile. What is this about? World Mobile? Like, how do I even find the tokens that you've been asking me, bro? A couple tokens that I've been putting in, I can't even find them, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Mobile coin? Like, what? Am I looking at these coins wrong? The last two coins you just gave me, I put into GMGN and I put into Crypto Bubbles and can't find them. So are these tokens that I need to just put into Coin Market Cap, bro? Like, please tell me, what type of tokens are you buying, brother? You deep in the goddamn, okay, Helium Mobile. All right, now that makes sense. So what did they do? They just rebrand it? I don't know. I had a guy, I'm supposed to be interviewing, by the way, one of the legends in the BitTensor space, Gavin from Lead Poet. I believe like he was running 9 HNT nodes back when this thing was early. I don't even know if I'm looking at the right token. I don't even know if this is the right token. If this is, this chart looks egregious. But if you still have conviction, I guess you're hoping that it puts in the most greatest cup and handle we've ever seen of all time. When I was doing my research on HNT, I think what happened with Helium is they had all of this supply with no demand, and that's why everything kind of like went wrong. They had a whole bunch of supply. They invested in a whole bunch of supply with no demand. That was kind of like what I heard about what happened with HNT and Helium, but I don't know too much about it. Now, you did mention another coin. Let me check it. It's Sunday, so I could just like chill and go live with y'all. You did mention another coin here. Num. You said Num. So let's check out Num. By the way, Tales of the Crypto is an OG, bro. He's been around since 2021, bro. Like he been on my channel for a while. So yeah, you can see why he's holding like these coins that are probably down 90%. What is the thesis on Numbers Protocol, bro? Like, what are they even doing? Oh my god, this is almost giving me bear market post traumatic stress. Got me thinking about gaming coins, bro. You going back, bro. You got me thinking about gaming coins. Open to decentralized network, share privacy, digital media created by humans, and it's kind of like IP. Oh no, this could be a Bitensor subnet. To be honest with you, this could really be like a Bitensor subnet. I'm gonna follow it, but man, you got a lot of conviction, bro. Tales from the Crypt, the 2 tokens that you are still holding, bro. You a conviction, man. I gotta give it to you, bro. I don't know if I could have been able to have that much conviction, brother. Whew. Man, this is Numbers Protocol here. This is down 99.9%. And then 74% here from Helium O. So yeah, bro. You really got a lot of conviction, brother. I gotta give it to you. You should be a Bitensor subnet owner because you got strong conviction. The conviction is strong with that one. We got 105 people in here. Sheesh. All right, let's see how you feel about saw Sheeb pumping a little this morning. Reminds me of when I made my first 1,000 off Sheeb. Oh man, those was the days, right? Sheeb pumping, man. Remember that? Early bread, early evil doge, early. That's just so much, bro. Like that's a lot. That's too many memes. It's too many. Like it's only a few good ones on Robinhood as of now. Just going holding tightly in DC and in the long term. Now, this is the way to go, Marcel. I sold my mobile a while back, but I recently just got a little bag of SXT. I sold the mobile, but holding numbers just in case. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying even what you're doing is wrong, bro. There is no right or wrong to like to a strategy, right? Your strategy might work. You know, everybody's strategy is different. Yeah, you might wake up one day and Numbers Protocol get like a deal with a gas station or something. Who knows? Right? It's just something crazy happens. Who knows? All right. Where do you think Tau can hit this coming bull run, bro? That is a good question. Bull run for Tau. For me, bro, a bull run for Tau, bro. A bull run for Tau, bro. This thing is $200. A bull run for Tau would be a $50 billion market cap. Anywhere between a $50 billion and $100 billion market cap is a successful bull run for me for Tau. If it don't break that, I don't think Tau had a successful bull run. That's just my opinion. 50 billion or 100 Bs, man. 50 billion or 100 Bs. 50 billion or 100 Bs. 25x. 25x is a good bull run for me in the Bitensor. I think that's realistic. Even though deep down in my hearts of hearts, I look at Bitcoin's ultimate price, which was 120,000, and be like, wow, in 2035 or 2032, you know, will Bitensor be 120,000 or something crazy like that? So I think once it hits anywhere between a 50 billion and 100 billion, I got to have a real conversation about myself when it comes to taking profits and how I actually want to, you know, divest, and whether I want to divest at a, you know, large amount, keep a large moon bag. I got to still figure that out, man, because I'm still I'm still up in the air about my exit strategy. But 50 billion to 100 billion would be a great bull market for Bitensor. Great bull market. We got 107 people. We broke 107 again. We broke 100 again. Let's get it. If it does, my number changing. Tau looks like Pepe on the charts. Bro, Tau. Bro, bro. Look, bro. Tau is freaking bullish, bro. Look at this. Look at this, bro. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this setup here, bro. Look at this setup, bro. This shit, man. This shit is gonna bust out of this path here, bro. And I'm talking about, bro. I'm talking about this thing. This thing is gonna bust up out of here, bro. It is gonna bust up out of here straight to 4 digits. Straight to 4 digits. Man, once BitTensor hit price discovery again, those whales, bro, they gonna start loading this up like it's Bitcoin. I'm telling you, they gonna start loading up on BitTensor like it's Bitcoin because the narrative's gonna change. It's gonna be like, whoa, this thing already at 1,000? Maybe we really could go to 10K. Maybe we really could go to 20K. So right now we're bearish. We're under the ultimate RSI. But for me, that's a signal. I like to get into my tokens and my position when everybody's bearish. I like hate rallies. Those would be the most ferocious. Big old hate rally, baby. We get moving on up. We got 109. Make sure you like and subscribe. Bro, and C-Dub, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I just was talking about that early in the stream, bro. I'm getting almost, what, 8%? On crypto.com, it's almost like 8%. It's almost the same as staking in the wallet. And then if you stake a subnet token and you pick a really good subnet token, and even ones that's getting high emissions and running, you might get some crazy APY. So like, bro, you know, so this is my biggest fear and invalidation of BitTensor. I just don't want BitTensor, and this is gonna sound crazy, right? Like BitTensor, in a way, you got the cult aspect to the community and all the big brains and stuff like that, and it just seems like a wonderful thing, right? But we need to advance. We need to see network growth. We need people to actually buy subnets. We need to see more liquidity flowing into BitTensor. I just want the next bull run to happen and BitTensor end up being like Cardano or Postchain, like these really good network ideas, but we just may have been too early and they just never materialize, and it turns into this ghost town of the same money, the same liquidity, the same people hyper trading against each other, and you really don't see any new growth, any new token holder growth. That's like my invalidation in my bear thesis for BitTensor, and I just hope that we never get there, because I've seen tokens. I was here, gang. I was here when everybody thought this token here was about to be the next Bitcoin, and it was proof of work, by the way. I was here. This right here. This is Kadena, KDA. Bro, I was here when everybody thought Kadena was supposed to be the next Bitcoin, bro. Kadena just failed, bro. It failed drastically. Another token that I'm just completely... And guess what? I use their products. But another token that I am completely disappointed in, bro, just like disappointed in, is the Crow token, crypto.com token. Bro, I'm so disappointed in this token. All right. And again, I don't want to, I'm not here to bash crypto.com. I just thought that this was going to do, right at this point, it's just like a prediction market. It's not even about crypto no more. It's like, if the token does something, we'll be lucky. Like they just focus on the exchange, the prediction markets, and self-custody, helping people with self-custody or whatever. Because the token, man, I don't even understand what the token is used for or what it's needed for. You being crypto long enough, you start to realize that they could have just did this without a token, bruh. They could have just did this without a token like Coinbase. I don't know how they figured this out, but this has been a terrible, one of my worst performing coins in my portfolio. I had so much of this stake just for the credit cards. And it's just like what I staked is like literally turning to dust. I was disappointed with Crow Token, bro. So it has not all been peaches and cream. This has been a disappointing token for me, man. So disappointed in Crow. Oh, you bullish on Crow? How you doing, Millie? What do you think about Kato? Kato had his chance, blew it. Kato had his chance when they had everybody talking about it. Couldn't. That's what I'm saying. This is an example. Kato AI had everybody talking about it, mind share, and they blew it. And they had guerrilla marketing down, packing. They blew it. So again, that's an example of people getting airdrops and not seeing value in the token and being like, oh, I'm just going to dump it instead of like holding it and building it up. They've been hating on ZBCN. Oh man, ZBCN is gonna do good. ZBCN is gonna have a hate rally. I think Zebek is honestly the best to go for. It's hard enough to get paid 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, when you understand that, Zebek makes sense, right? And just imagine getting paid, and being able to, and just imagine getting paid as a construction worker. You're a construction worker. Most of your family lives in Mexico. You get paid as a 1099 worker through Zebek, and in your app you can directly send USD to Mexico, and it like silently convert it into whatever their currency is. No super app is fucking doing that, yo. That like the payroll was just one domino. Payment infrastructure is another, and now we're leaning into remittances available for people in the US, by the way. That's insane moat. To be able to like pay your independent contractors, them get paid in the app in real time, and be able to send that money anywhere across the globe if they have family in other countries. That's an insane moat if they pull this off, bro. What are we even? How can anybody be like, oh yeah, but they not burning the token, Millie? If you don't get bro, if I hear one more person bring up fucking burns, bro, like, bro, you've been in crypto 5 years, you realize, bro, anybody you see talking about burns, they are new. They don't understand burns. If you see a person saying a coin or a token is going to live or die on whether they have burns, I am here to tell you they do not know crypto yet. It's okay. They will eventually learn. You have to learn these things. They don't know crypto yet. You can believe it or not. I'm telling you the honest truth. If anybody leads with burns as the reason why they leaving, selling, or any of that, they haven't been in crypto long enough. This the truth, y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth, bro. This is a person that was a burn advocate for multiple tokens, by the way. Anybody who been following my channel know this. I've burnt $1 million worth of tokens, live streamed it. If anybody can tell you about burns, I can tell you. Let the word to the wise be efficient. 100 billion is a multi-cycle target. How? If compute 100x's by 2028, how is 100 billion? Bro, we done been in a bear market and had bear market like this like freaking bear market stress so bad that people think 100 billion for BitTensor is a multi-cycle move, and in an era where we could possibly see compute 100x to 1000x from here. Make the numbers make sense, man. We got to change our evaluations of some of this stuff. Crypto Arena? Oh, man. I don't take none of that personal. Crow went down the hill when they added tokens back in the supply from there. Yeah. That actually was the beginning of the end. Honestly, That was the beginning of the end. You are totally correct, brother. Do you know what will happen to Bitensor's price if compute 100x's from here in just 2 years? What the heck are we talking about? 100 billion should be FUD for anything embedded in the core infrastructure of artificial intelligence. 100 billion should be FUD. Guys, do you know in the next bull run, the top 10 will look totally different? Guys, hype went from 0 to 13 billion. And one of the weakest bull markets of all time. Hype went from 0 to 13 billion. And people probably still can't tell you what Hyperliquid does. And regular people in the real world still don't use Hyperliquid. What happens when everybody starts actually using Hyperliquid instead of poly markets once they drop their prediction markets? And this, by the way, is already top 10 without the prediction markets added as a product. And I don't even know enough about hype. Solana is at 43 billion in silent settlement layer or execution layer, whatever you want to call it or view it, right? People use Solana, are starting to use Solana like the US dollar, and they don't even know. Literally, anybody that's trading memes, they like using Solana and within their ecosystem, which is now transcending their ecosystem when you look at where you can actually use Solana now. Solana is literally becoming invisible infrastructure right before our eyes. No one's talking about it. Think about how you just use Solana and you don't even think about it. You just use it. It happens slowly. And then before you know it, all at once. All at once. It's the top 10. I'm looking at it right now. All at once. XRP is sitting at 69 billion. It's been sitting there for years. Years. What about being able to sit at 69 billion for multi-cycles? That's not talked about enough. That's resilience, by the way, though. You can't overlook that. Crypto Archie. It's good to see Crypto Archie in here, man. I had some very, very positive words to say about you earlier, good brother, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I told them, man, you gave one of the most legendary calls that I've ever seen in the history of me being in crypto, brother. And you've awarded many success. So don't feel no way, bro. Don't let nobody tell you nothing negative. Don't let nobody call you nothing negative, bro. You fed people. You've created opportunities, bro. And you did that with no negative intent. You know, just being you. So salute to you, good brother. Many more success stories to come. What If itself, What If is literally in accumulation right now, holding 6 million like a champ. Look at it. Just look at this accumulation at 6 million. And if that doesn't tell you that when these indicators flip bullish, the MACD and the stock RSI, which is staring at a bullish, and we reclaim this VWAP, this is literally primed to turn 10 million into support. Right now, 6 million is proved to be support. Even in the midst of weekend profit taking, which is absolutely normal, by the way. The What If community embraces success stories. That's the beautiful thing about this community. But it's now showing insane strength at the 6 million, the 382, which whales are watching this like, okay, I'm going to have to make a decision here, because if this holds, this could be the runway and beginning to the next move to 20 million, 50 million, and who knows. So salute to you, Archie, man. And let's keep cooking, good brother. Let's keep cooking. We got 119 people up in here. Yeah, he's a beast, bro. If ain't done at all, bro. What? If you even get, bro, do you not know that while everybody was weekend selling, this legend, this Chad, this guy, Crypto Millie, is still holding his bag. I told you guys, I bought my own bag. I take time out of my schedule and make stuff for the community out of, because, of course, I want my bag to go up. Of course, my motion is increasing. But most importantly, people in these communities are having success stories, and we need that if we're going to change the negative outlook on cryptocurrency in this space. And that's the most important thing. Trying to get your family to get in what if flip 10 million floor, then go to 15 to 20 million. I think it's a possibility, Arch. Arch, I think it's a possibility, good brother. Yeah, burns are just a scam, just a way to get people sucked in. Man, bro, I couldn't have said it better, Jeremy. I wouldn't say burns are a scam. I could say it a little bit better, though. I can't say burns are not necessarily a scam, right? They only become hyper deflationary if your token has demand and it has a flywheel that accrues value to token holders. Without network effects, burns mean nothing. So I'm saying that to say that without network effects, burn means nothing. So all these people that's talking about, oh, we want burns, we don't want burns. Well, can Simon first convert these pilot programs into actual clients for fucking revenue? Can we let the guy work? He's been able to get the super app compliant for globally, for even US users. Guys, this is a money moving app. It's not easy to get this compliant and put on an app store. Can we turn some of these insane pilot programs to actual clientele so they can actually price the volume into revenue where we can get a price? And guess what happens when we actually get a number on the revenue or on the fees? We can, in theory, price ZBCN as a token correctly. So right now, ZBCN is based off speculation until then. I trust the team. The team is cooking. The team has executed. They've done what they said they're going to do. And the only thing the community can focus on at this moment is burns. Oh, my goodness. I can't get it. I think many have lost the plot here. CC, big money in CC. There's a lot of big money in CC. A lot of big money in CC. What up, Spliff? Light them up. Let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook, right? Let them cook. You want me to check out CC? I will check out CC for you, good brother. I know a lot of people have been rotating from Zebek to CC. Oh, man. That's, why would anybody do that? I'm sorry. I wanted to play it nice here. Guys, CC is a new token. New tokens have to go through an 80% correction. I can show you all the new tokens that said they were going to be big. They all did the same thing. You can see here, Peak, new token. This is what you're in store for if you're about to buy CC. It's brand new, guys. If you're in CC, it got to go through this first. It got to go through this. KTA, same hype. KTA, same hype. It got to go through that. So while you selling ZBCN for CC, and it hasn't even went through its first 80% correction, NGMI not gonna fucking make it. Look at this. I'm sharing all of them. White Rock did the same thing. Run up, 80% dump. It doesn't matter how good the token is. Tokens this just has to happen. This is how the characteristics are set up for crypto tokens. It's like this is how it happens. There's no way to dodge this shit. No matter if utility memes at some point, you see the memes on Robinhood chain, even if it's going to go through a correction where it's going to have to fight for his life. Maybe this is the correction. This is KTA. All right, let's go to the next one. This is Peak. This is Peak. All right, these are all new tokens with a lot of hype, by the way, that all did the same move. So, CC, the nuance here, the thing that can save the CC community from the same fate is a bull run. CC needs the bull run to happen. If the bull run doesn't happen for CC, it's going to suffer the same fate. So if you're rotating your ZBCN into here, you probably already did it, and you're probably already in losses. Most likely, if the bear market continues, if the 4-year cycle is the 4-year cycle, this probably is going to put in an 80% move. You gotta be a damn fool to be selling your ZBCN for a brand new token. This is why I know some of y'all is new in crypto. Any person that's has any type of experience in crypto, never to do this. You never do this, gang. Look, I'm not about to lie to y'all. Y'all do it and find out for yourself. Do it, find out for yourself. Don't listen to Millie. Just do it. You gotta learn. You gotta learn all this shit on your own. I had to learn on my own. I'm not checking out Evil Doggy or none of that, bro. You know, Nine Hood sent the bag out. I'm not checking out Evil Doji or none of that. Only I hold if nine cats sent the bag out. So you want me to talk about your Robinhood chain token? Send the bag. We ain't doing that. Can't see the charts. You can't see the charts, the Canton charts? I just showed you the Canton. By the time we get rich from crypto, we'll be living in Black Mirrors. Man, I hope so. Yeah, man, Keto was the future of France. All right, so for the people that's rotating Zebek into Canton, good luck. You know, the invalidation of my thesis is a bull run. If a bull run happens, Canton might can dodge the 80% correction that every crypto puts in. Every crypto in all of America and all of the world always puts in an 80% correction upon its release. All of them do. So I don't know how Canton is going to dodge this. Maybe a bull run comes in and it changes. It does something we probably haven't seen in a while. But in my opinion, you rotating your ZBCN into a brand new token, that is high freaking risky. Millie, do you think 2 cents is achievable for ZBCN this cycle? I think for ZBCN, I tend to focus on market cap. I don't want to focus on if it can hit 1 penny. I did that with Jasmine. We're not doing that this time. We're switching it up because we're more experienced. So market cap, 183 million. I think a $10 billion market cap is a win for Zebek. Realistically, you want this thing to reach 10 billion in this bull run. Anything over 10 billion is a win. I think, well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I think 10 billion is a really good bull run for Zebek. I think 1 to 2 billion is realistic this run, unless the memetics for the fact that it's under a penny cause it to boom and hit something like 10 billion, which it possibly could, because we've seen memes do that. Memes that's well under a penny just because it has the memetics to it. I'm not saying Zebek is a meme coin. I'm just saying the memetics. And then what if we get some breaking news? What if we actually get a pilot program contestant to become a real client and we get real numbers on revenue? That also could be a tailwind. Okay? So with that being said, I think 2 billion to 10 billion is the sweet spot for Zebek. This is a real person telling you realistic numbers. Now, if you want to think higher than that, that's on you. But for me and my portfolio, a win for Zebek would be anywhere between a 2 billion and a $10 billion market cap. Man, we got 137 people in here. Very true. Appreciate that, Crypto Arena. Let them sell that ZBC and I'm buying it up. Nah, bro. I rock with the people that talk about Canton. I don't think Canton is a bad coin. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's new. And look, I bought Peak when it was new. It got destroyed 80%. I seen Plume. Guys, this is experience. Plume, Peak, White Rock, Kita. These were all next up. Eigenlayer. It's a few more. I can't even remember what happened to them. They were supposed to be modular blockchains next up. They all suffered the same fate. A huge run up at 80% correction. Most of them were VC backed. Somebody tell me something about Canton that's going to show me something different. Tell me. Because it's new. It has yet to have its 80% correction. And if you're taking a full bag of ZBCN and just rotating it, that could be a little bit risky. That's all I'm saying. And this is me saying this because Kita is a good token. White Rock, these are all good tokens. They did great fundamentals. But the way crypto tokens work is they're extremely sensitive to liquidity. They're extremely sensitive to the macro. And all it takes is for something small to happen and then boom, down 80%, a hack, anything could happen. So you want to be very wary with these new coins. Zebec has some skin in the game. It's been around for a while. It's went through multiple layers of FUD, even a migration. It's listed on multiple exchanges. It's embedded at the table with some of the biggest trillion-dollar entities like Galaxy, full countries like Germany. By the way, their GDP is like 4 trillion. So it has skin in the game. So for CC, in my opinion, I would have to open a new position. I can't see myself rotating my Zebec for a brand new coin. Not just based off what I personally know in my journey in crypto. Even Soul is looking like Tao. Soul, bro. Soul is going to do well. Soul is the #1 casino in the space. It's going to do well. What's up, Solstice? Oh, my God. Let's not talk about Tia. That's why you probably laughed, bro. Oh, my goodness. Tia. Yes, Tia gave me a bag. TIA. Did they TIA? Did they, what is this? Tia? No, never mind. It wasn't Tia that gave me a bag. I said a whole nother coin. Tau. It was Tai. Yes, Tia, Celestia. Oh my God. Guys, I tried to do some shit with Celestia probably like 2 years ago. If you were in the Patreon, then you know this. Sorry, I thought you was talking about Tai. They gave me a bag. They were supposed to be like the #1 play on Solana as far as AI. I don't even know what happened. But anyway, Tia, yes. I never got a bag from Celestia, by the way. I want to make it clear. I was talking about Tai, T-A-I. But anyway, Celestia. I did some things back in the day, maybe like 2 years ago, where I was trying to get an airdrop for TIA. I never got my freaking airdrop, by the way. I'm over here doing milk potion. I'm making potions, milk potions, staking Tia, doing this, doing that, all so I can get a TIA airdrop. And I did a lot, and I never got an airdrop. Never got an airdrop. And this was supposed to be a modular chain. This was supposed to be next up. Had so much big names, so much partnerships, integrations. Y'all remember Milky Way and Potion and all? Y'all remember that? I know what up, bro. I ain't never get my airdrop, TIA. Where the hell is my airdrop, gang? So yes, I've been around for all of this. Believe in the inevitability. Believe. I am hoping for $2 billion market cap for ZBCN is achievable. Yeah, 2 billion. All right, yeah. 2 billion to 10 billion. Very, good bull run for Zebec if that happens. Hey, boy. All right, what if? Still hanging strong here. All right, guys, I got to get up out of here. I'm going to be hooping a little bit later. I just wanted to come talk to y'all, let y'all know I'm still here. I'm still streaming. I'm still bag holding. I'm still a bag worker. Yes. There's other projects out there throwing me bag. But I'm still here. Ain't going nowhere, okay? Let me work. Let me cook. Let me get my bag up, right? Because, like I said, I do this out of the grace of my heart. Ain't like Y'all hitting up Millie like, Millie, we appreciate you. We're here. We're going to look. You know what I mean? I ain't asking for nothing. I bought my own bag. I own my own bag. It is what it is. All right, we here. So we're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep stacking up our blue chips. We're going to stay tied to the constraints, finding solutions that's providing solutions to these constraints, or find projects, should I say, that's providing solutions to these constraints that could award us capital and allow our net worth to compound over time. So remember, none of this is financial advice. Everything in crypto is risky. 99% of it is a scam. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research. And for the most part, guys, you don't have to go and gamble in the casino to be rich or make money in crypto. You can simply make money by buying really good tokens, buying, holding over time, and going about your regular life and letting those tokens accumulate and compound over time. Stuff that will be embedded into the future of humanity, not just any coin. With that being said, on-chain opportunities will continue. It takes a little bit more time, unless you're in really, really good groups like my Patreon. But it takes a little bit more time, but it's way more risky. So remember, if you are doing things on chain, check your risk profile. Make sure you're not investing in something you don't got, all right? And that you got a consistent income and a stable financial situation. Anyway, Sunday Fun Day. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. It's your boy Millie. And I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Crypto Millie. Turn it up. Welcome to the signal. They follow the hype. I follow the proof. Reading white papers while they chasing views. AI in my headphones, charging my room. Building tomorrow while they sleep until noon. Movement, yeah, we changing the game. Receipts don't lie, only legends remain. Late nights, blue screens, coffee on freeze. Subnet dreams, got my mind on speed. Everybody yelling moon, I'm asking how. Show me revenue, show me why, show me now. I don't chase trends, I connect the dots. Find the hidden gems before they pop. Flywheel spinning, never running out. If the future calling, I'm the first one now. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the signal, where imagination meets conviction. Let's build.